Hello, beautiful singers. This is Valerie White-Williams and Vocal Splendor Studios, and today I'm going to get back to another vocal myth. The myth I'm talking about today is, do big voices come in big packages? I've been singing and sometimes people come to me and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that big giant sound came out of you. There seems to be a belief that people with big voices have big, huge bodies, and people who have little tiny voices have little tiny bodies. But the truth of the matter is, body size has very little to do with the size of your voice. Now, here are the two things that come up with that. Body size is often based on your bone structure. Your bone structure doesn't really have any bearing on your voice and making your voice big. First of all, the biggest thing that's going to help your voice get larger is training. So anyone who's had operatic training and really knows how to master their voice as far as the power and the projection and understands resonance and how to create resonance is going to have a bigger voice. Okay, number one. Number two is to have what we call huger, more operatic size. Typically, you're going to see more of the common bone structure in the face and not the body. What you're going to see is usually a broad face, lots of space in the face, big chins, big mouths. You're going to see that again and again in all singers that have what we consider bigger voices. So again, it's more about the face and the bones of the face and the size of the mouth. It's going to put out that big sound. As far as some singers have big giant rib cages, and unfortunately I am not one, but a big rib cage is going to give you more capacity. It's like having a big gas tank. There's a lot more breath to work with. However, just because you have a big gas tank doesn't mean you're actually using it well. So it goes back to really learning how to breathe and getting your breathing underway and going for the voice. Now that said, again, there is no correlation to being a big giant person and have a big voice, small voice. I have seen, just recently I did a performance with a guy who sang bass, and he was a very slender guy. He's even wearing skinny jeans, a big giant face, and he sang bass. Huge giant sound came out of that guy. I also have another friend who is 6'5", huge tenor, giant guy, and he's a tenor, but he's not a big burly tenor. He is a sweet, angelic, beautiful tenor. Different voices, different sized bodies. It really has nothing to do with it. What has to do with is your bone structure and learning to build the technique to provide you with a bigger voice. All right, I hope I clarified some things, and this is Valerie. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks, take care, bye.